The incredible phenomenon called franchising has allowed hundreds of thousands of Americans to become successful in owning and operating their own businesses. Franchising has a proven track record, with more than 750,000 franchise units open for business throughout the United States. Statistics prove that 90% of all franchises are operating successfully after 10 years. And of those business owners realizing their piece of the American dream, more than 95% of them are completely satisfied with their decision to buy in. In addition, franchising in America provides more than 18 million jobs and some $500 billion in payroll. However, the most successful businesses are the ones that are tuned in and responsive to their customers' needs. As a country, we're just now beginning to realize how much we have downplayed the value of conservation and that our environment is in big trouble as a result of it.
While support of green companies worldwide is catching on, one new American company is ahead of the trend and at the forefront of their industry. The company to watch is USA Insulation. USA Insulation is not just selling insulation. They're selling a concept for saving Americans dollars while helping to save the planet too.
USA Insulation is a residential retrofit insulation company, which really means that we insulate older homes, houses that were built before 1975 or so. We began in Cleveland in 1985, insulating older homes, and we've been doing it now for over 20 years. What we do is insulate the walls, the attic, the foundation, the crawl space, really the envelope of the entire house. Our main focus is comfort and savings to people in their houses. So insulation is the vehicle that gets us there, but really we're selling that comfort and that savings to people in their homes. What we're able to do with USA Insulation is insulate a house and bring it up to new building code standards by the U.S. Department of Energy. At the same time, our products that we use are all formaldehyde-free, or they're green products that we use. The insulation that we use in the wall space is a USA premium foam insulation that is really about 40% more effective than any other kind of insulation on the market for retrofit practices, and that's what we hang our hat on. We are the exclusive user of USA premium foam insulation, and essentially there's nobody out there in the retrofit marketplace that can purchase this foam, or more importantly use it as part of their company. And what we found is we've benchmarked our foam against cellulose, rock wool, fiberglass, some of the competitors out there, and we found that our insulation is 40% more effective, or better insulation value than our competition. The foam insulation, when injected into the wall, just as important as that, it fills the entire cavity. It doesn't get hung up on any kinds of wires, doesn't get hung up on any kinds of plumbing chases or switches, and that's a key component of filling that entire cavity and getting all the walls done as well. If you look at the home improvement business in general, it's a little bit of an archaic business. I mean, a lot of folks come up there with their truck, they give you an estimate and they leave. We started to use a computer-based system that is a tablet PC that when you go to the house, you can show a presentation of a PowerPoint. You can actually show the video of our installation processes, at the same time give an estimate on a tablet PC with a pen that automatically shows every portion of what the houses needs to be done, printed out there on the spot for the customer, and it's there for them to go.
The main reason for the success of this business is basically the success that the customers have had using the products. We are able to generate savings of people's utility bills anywhere from 40 to 60%, and that's documented. So it's a wonderful situation. We generate probably a third of our business is coming to us directly from word of mouth, from referrals from satisfied customers. And that's the kind of a business that anyone that's in a service industry wants to be involved with.
Thought I was heating up East 140th Street the majority of the time before, but now it's great. It's actually great. I enjoy it. You know, I can sit in the house and, like I say, in shorts, no shirt on, no socks, and comfortable. I could sleep without having a blanket actually on me, just a sheet in the wintertime, and that's no lie.
Before we had the insulation done, our bills, before the hike in the cost to heat your home even occurred, our bills were around $300 a month. And since the insulation, I think they're down to half that, easily, even less.
For us, I think the fact that the house seems to retain its heat longer is a real benefit.
we do specialize and actually only insulate older homes. So the marketplace we're looking for is a market that has houses that were built before 1975. In the Cleveland market, for example, there are over 850,000 homes that were built before 1975. We've only insulated 10,000 of them in the last 20 years. USA is looking for somebody who is motivated to get their hands dirty, to do the things that are needed to be done. It's a very sales-driven business, but it's also an application and installation-driven business, so we need to have that balance between the two. It's in-home sales, so we need to have somebody who's good with a customer that can also handle problems on the fly. We're not looking for somebody who's going to hire a manager. We're looking for somebody who's going to be there every day to really take care of the business, and that's really the profile that we're looking for at USA.
What we have to offer is a pretty good, what I think is a pretty good margin of profit that can be made by the franchisee, but more importantly, an enormous amount of savings that the customers will earn.
There's no better feeling than to go in and help someone save a lot of money on a utility bill, do a wonderful job, and see them at a home show just talking up the product and making me feel real good about it. It's a lot of fun, and I can never think of anything that does more good for people, at the same time makes you feel wonderful inside. I couldn't imagine falling into something so special of a business that I had no education on. And fate, whether it had its way, one thing for sure, USA Insulation has made my life a very successful life and a pretty fulfilling life at that.
I think there are several reasons why to choose USA Insulation as a franchise company. Number one is there's really no national brand that we're competing against that has a proprietary product for insulation. Number two is that our track record over the past 20 years we've been doing this, and we have a really strong system in place in the sales and on the installation process. And number three is the ease of saleability to the homeowner or to the end user. When I was mentioning earlier about how customers call us and they thank us for cutting their energy bills, for reducing the noise on the outside of their house, whether it's the dogs barking or the cars going by. And when they can be more comfortable in their house, there's no price tag on that.
I think that anybody who has the drive, the personality, and the ability to do the work can be very, very successful in this.